Yo, what's up everybody, it's Aloha here, and today we're back in the deep dark biome for a brand new 1.17 snapshot. This snapshot is titled 21W08A and has some pretty major changes, but overall is a pretty small snapshot. Now, first off, I want to talk about the brand new ore textures. They have actually added the brand new ore textures for the Grimstone variants, which funny enough isn't called Grimstone anymore. It's actually called Deep Slate. They've changed the name to Deep Slate, and they have added the Deep Slate variants of each ore. They changed the textures of some of the ores for a second or third time. Now, iron here is the worst looking of the bunch, with they changed gold, lapis, and emerald. And myself and many others agree that the iron ore looks terrible, and they should change it back to what it was in the last snapshot. But that's not all. In the last snapshot video, you may remember that the caves were mostly full of grimstone and andesite, but now andesite has been replaced with tuff. Tuff is the block that you can find covering amethyst geodes, but now they've actually replaced that too. So when you go to an amethyst geode, you will no longer find tuff. You will actually find a brand new block. This is called smooth basalt. You guys know that basalt is a block you can find exclusively in the nether. Now with this new snapshot, they have added it so that basalt will take the place of tuff when spawning around amethyst geodes. This means that you can now get basalt in the overworld, and not technically basalt, but smooth basalt. This is a brand new block that you can get also by smelting basalt in a furnace. So this isn't just one way to get it, there's another way to get it. But yeah, that's going to be replacing tuff. I think that's a great decision. I think the basalt block is really underutilized, and it'll be a good addition to the amethyst geodes. Heading back into the cave, and you can see that we are in the deep dark. Of course, now when you mine deep slate, you will no longer get deep slate, but you will get a new block called Cobbled Deep Slate. Now, this block looks like fairly similar to Deep Slate. It just has a slight texture redesign on the top. You can see the sides are completely the same, but the top looks different. I think this change is kind of pointless, I'll be honest, because if you take a look at Blackstone, which basically does the same thing, it acts as a different cobblestone. They didn't make that change at all. They just kept it. When you mine Blackstone, you get Blackstone, and when you mine Deep Slate, you should get Deep Slate, not a Cobbled Deep Slate, because the texture change is so minuscule that it's not even worth changing. Alongside with that, the official changelog says that they tweaked cave sizes and that they added cracks that can now be carved into the ground, that you can find caves easier. I haven't seen any of this, and the caves look pretty similar to me, but if you guys notice a difference, let me know, I guess. But next, we're going to move on to a graph, which if you saw the last video, I included a graph of the ore generation, and they have actually changed that again. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. So now I'm in Photoshop, and you can see that from the previous graph, this is much different. You can see it says here, this is still not final. These are all subject to change with the coming snapshots. But now you can see that the ore generation is much more slanted, and you can find ores much easier at certain levels than you can others. You can see it's very sloped, so the best place to find copper would be level 44. The best place to find iron would either be up in the mountains at level 256, or would be down in the depths at level 30. And the best place to find diamonds would obviously be at the very bottom at level 64, but obviously that bottom is going to be covered in bedrock, so the best possible place to find diamonds would be around level 60 or -60, -59, where bedrock doesn't spawn and you can freely strip mine. You can see here that it says reduced air exposure for diamonds, for gold. That basically means that you're going to find less diamonds in caves and more strip mining, which kind of takes away from the entire point of the cave update, which is to explore caves. Why would you explore caves if you can find your resources better while strip mining? This also says that lapis has no air exposure. You will not find lapis exploring caves. You will only find lapis while strip mining. This This is a very bad change. I think they should revert this to how it was back in the last snapshot, because there's no point in exploring your caves if you can't even find the resources you're looking for. This video was fairly short because the snapshot wasn't too big. It was just a snapshot to introduce some of the features that they didn't get to in the last snapshot. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please do drop a like down below and subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to be updated on every single snapshot of the cave update until final release. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are all great. I've been loving the support recently. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.